Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I got a new deck that I'm super excited about. So the reading's a little late today, but it's better late than never. So today we have the Divine Circus Oracle. I saw them. I was drawn to them right away in the store. I was so excited to find this store on my journeys today. Journeys. I've traveled back in time and on my journey today. No, I had to go I didn't have to go into anywhere, actually. As soon as I saw the place, I had to go into it, but I was out of town this morning, so sitting at a Tim Hortons, which is a coffee place here in Canada, in case you're not from Canada, but I think my 2 viewers are, so I was sitting in a Timmy's, and right across the street was I think it was called a gift shop, and I saw that there were dream catchers and whatnot, and I just got this like uncontrollable urge to go inside, and when I did, it was filled with crystals and all these amazing things, and oh gosh. And so yeah, whoa, okay. Voice of an angel. That sounds lovely. Maybe you're into the arts of some kind, singing obviously, but I think that also making music as well is, she's holding the guitar obviously, but and the birds, they make music. Music is a magical thing, isn't it? It really just connects you on a level, and I find that with music as well, I think it's a great tool to share how you're feeling with somebody, especially when it's words you can't say. I think it's a great tool to talk to your divine source, whoever that is, honestly. Brilliant Virgin. Wow, these cards are kind of so going together. So a very like angelic sort of feeling it has, doesn't it? I don't know how many I don't know how long this is my sort of first go at it. He had them out in the store, and so I was able to sort of touch them, and as soon as I did, I was just like, yep, these are mine. I drew a card, he let me, you know, we read the book and whatnot, and we have Alice. I love Alice in Wonderland. Bottom of the deck, we have A Date with Destiny. Aren't these cards beautiful? Sorry, I don't know which way I'm going. Aren't these cards beautiful? I just love them so much. Okay, so bear with me here, being that it's a new deck. We'll go right off the bat with what we see before we open the book. But yeah, definitely, you know, you have some very like angelic sort of feelings. I feel very like lighthearted, and I want to sing, and I kind of feel like dancing a little bit. So maybe you're going off into, you know, a new adventure down that rabbit hole of life, as we call it. But let's see what the cards actually say to us, just because, like I said, I haven't gotten to go through the book yet, so we'll try and do this as sort of in a timely fashion as possible. But we have the Brilliant Virgin. In a world where we are bombarded daily with differing opinions and ideas, remaining true to who you are and your own point of view is nothing short of brilliant. Let go of confusion, distortion, comparison, and compromise. You do not need to compare yourself to another or measure up to anyone or anything else. What matters to you and your successful life journey is to be in touch with your own truths. You know what you feel, no matter what anyone else says or believes. Stay true to you. It's funny because I had a meeting in town today, and one of the things that I said was, you know, confidence is a stain you can't wipe off. That's actually from a Lil Wayne song. Check it out. But it really is, and it's I think it's Drop the World with Eminem, actually. But yeah, you know, confidence is a stain they can't wipe off. Who you are is who you are, and we're not perfect. We're human beings, you know, and to be a flawed person in this sort of striving for perfection society, you can feel like, you know, Alice sometimes in a completely different sort of world where everything around you seems like, I mean, lots of different ways. It's a joke, or like, are they serious? That was the first thing that came to my mind, but also just, for example, I was just looking at my channel and I thought, wow, you know, I guess I don't really have a set, you know, I'm not doing this one particular thing. I'm kind of all over the place, but you know what? I'm kind of all over the place in general. I love to do these things, and so anything that kind of draws my attention is something that, you know, I'm going to explore. And if I can share that with anyone and sort of help your journey in some way by something that I happen to see, like, or go through, you know, maybe I'll pick up crystals one day and do a reading with crystals. I love tea leaf readings. I love doing palm readings. Obviously, my first love is, you know, the tarot in that sort of divination sense. But yeah, let's continue here. So we need to be bold of heart and have a lot of faith when there is an idea within us that has yet to be manifested in the world. We have to trust in what we see in our hearts, even if sometimes the eyes in our heads see things rather differently. So the Oracle of the Brilliant Virgin brings you a message. Stay true to you and your course. Do not allow yourself to be swayed by another, no matter how well-meaning their intentions may be or how impressive their arguments may seem. You see, know, and feel. Believe in something that is good, pure, and true that needs to come to life in this world. It is meant to be original. So people may not get it straight away. It is meant to happen through you because you understand it in a way that others may not. This could be because you this, and again, so okay, the fact that I have to repeat that, I'm somebody that believes nothing happens by accident. So the fact that I'm repeating that means that that needs to be said. No matter how, you know, well-meaning people are, sometimes just the wrong phrase, the wrong thing can really throw you off track. And you know what? If everybody did what everybody else said, we'd all be the same. And in this world, and it's not an insult to anybody by any means, but in this world, I'm just finding there is more copying than there is originality. And sometimes you don't know what's good. You don't know what's good. I have no, okay, that was kind of off. Maybe that's true. Maybe you don't know what's good right now, but anyways, yeah, so sorry, when you have a vision, it's your vision, and it would be impossible to have people in our heads, you know, to understand every aspect of what we understand. For example, I've gone through things in my life personally, and the way I view things is because of what I've gone through personally. If I can share that with somebody out there and say, like, this is what I went through and this is how, you know, this is how it changed me, or this is how I handled it, be it right or wrong, it's a way that then you get to sort of decipher that. What does it mean to you? We can all hear the same song and have a different feeling. We can all do tarot and come up with our different meanings. I can read the book right now, but you might look at these cards and say, well, that reminds me of this or that, and that's the beauty of it. You know, there are so many different ways to do the same thing, and it's okay to go with the flow sometimes, but it's also okay to go against it if you really feel it in your heart. But there are times when it's wise to open up to creative collaboration and to compromise for a group venture to move ahead. This is not one of those times. Don't be afraid. Some people believe that unless you compromise, success cannot happen. This is not true for you at this time. So do not water down the strength of your vision, your dream. You are meant to be birthing something unique into being. The world needs your originality. Pray for courage and trust yourself. And you know what, guys? This is something very close to my own heart. I pray for courage all the time. You know, I've been given a voice in this world, and I really, really want to use it. And I want to use it in a way that matters to me. And so I can come on here and I can, you know, try and do readings like everyone else does readings. And I can try and build my channel in the way that everyone else builds their channel. But you know what? That's not necessarily my vision. I'm an all over the place kind of person in the best way and sometimes the worst way. When you're into a lot of things, sometimes you get distracted. Sometimes you don't always finish what you start. That's the negative. But on the positive side, I am so open to learning, and I'm so open to trying that next thing. And if I fail, you know what? I fail. And that's okay sometimes. But this is telling you that this is not one of those times. So here's a healing trick. You can take the wisdom offered, put it to best use in your life now. Do this healing trick. So what you're going to do is you can find a white scarf, a piece of clothing, a towel. If not, you can imagine that you have such a thing in your hands. Okay? You're going to say out loud, I trust myself. I trust my dreams and my visions. I trust in what is different and unique and original in me. I have enough courage, strength, patience, and trust to stay true to myself, so my visions and dreams will come to life in the world. The right opportunities, people, and situations are attracted to the originality of my undiluted dreams. There is brilliance in me, and I don't need to compare myself or compromise on what truly matters to me. I just need to be myself, and all else happens according to the graceful help of the universe. Hold up your white cloth, whether it's real or imaginary. Drape it over your head. Maybe you cover your eyes with it, if you like. Imagine or, visualize, feel, or pretend that a waterfall of white light infuses your white cloth and is pouring over you. Do this for several moments. Then you're going to say out loud, my thoughts, my beliefs, my visions, and my dreams are pure and protected. They are untouched by negative influence. I remain true to my heart and soul always. So be it. If you'd like an affirmation that can go along with this is, I am original and true to the purity of my heart. My dreams are uniquely my own. I stay true to my course until all I dream of comes to life in this world, with the universe helping me every step of the way. I just think that that's absolutely beautiful. It's something so hard to do in this world, is to be original, to put yourself out there in some way, to have a vision and stick with it. It's so easy to get, swayed. And like the card said, sometimes it's okay to compromise and work with other people, but this is not one of those times. So if you have a vision, I need you to hold that vision strong, because the world needs you. The world genuinely needs you. And especially when it comes, in this form, it's pure. It's a virgin. It's that purity that no one else has but you, in this thought, in this idea, in this birth that you are, bringing to the world. Next, we're going to go on to the voice of an angel. Okay. So you have something to say. There is a unique voice within you that wants to be expressed creatively in the world. Whether it is a conversation you need to have, a truth stated, a song to be sung, or a book to be written, honor your voice. Know that it is inspired and can help you not only in your spiritual growth, but support others on their path too. And that, how perfectly does that, it really does. And so if you have something to say, if you have a song to sing, if you have a piece of art that needs to come out, if you have a story to tell, a book to write, if there is something inside of you and the only thing is fear holding you back, then this is telling you that it needs to come out. I personally have, I have things that I want to say. I have ideas that I want to share. And sometimes it is just the going against the grain. Do I want to, to put it in simple terms, when I started the YouTube channel, I knew in my heart that the only people, especially at the beginning, and this is still sort of the beginning stages of me, I have 1 to 2 to, a couple views, and those views are people that I know. And so that can be intimidating as well. I'm not making this video for those people. However, it's those people that are closest to me, at least not even necessarily closest as in bonding, but closest as in they know me, in real life. And that can be scary too. Do they know that I was abused? Do they know this? Do they know that about me? Everyone has their own assumptions. Should I say this? Should I not? And I think that now is a time to sing your song. And that doesn't necessarily mean in voice singing, but in voice singing. There are lots of different ways I guess you can sing, but you need to be heard right now for sure. Let me see here. Okay, sorry for the phone ringing. Honestly, my phone literally rings like twice a year, and of course I'm filming, so this would be one of them. So with the healing trick with this guy here, or sorry, with this gal here, with one hand, you're going to gently touch the base of your throat with your fingertips. Place the other hand lightly over the upper chest, resting over your heart. Breathe in and out and relax for several breaths. Then remove your hand from your throat and say this divine declaration aloud. My voice is an expression of my spirit. I trust in my inspired dreams to bring my spirit to life in the world for the greatest good. I am assisted by divine love, protection, grace, empowerment, now in all ways to voice my truth. Thank you. And now you are going to use your voice. What matters more than the sound you make is how you let yourself feel during this process. You might feel a bit embarrassed, shy, or silly at first. Give yourself permission to laugh and not take it too seriously, and then make your sounds anyway. You will help stimulate and open your throat chakra, the energetic base of your creative voice. In that way, It feels good, and clear any self-doubt, shame, or silencing from your past with the least amount of suffering. Start with your lips pressed tightly together. Hum a mmm sound, making a low-pitched noise, as though you can place the sound in your chest. You might feel it vibrating in your chest. Then raise your pitch like you are placing the sound in the middle of your head. You might hear it as though it is resonating right between your ears. Mm. Then put the sound in the middle range, as if it's in the middle of your throat. Mm. Now you're going to make a sound like a siren. Eeyore! Repeat it at different pitches. Eeyore! 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 Now I sound like what? That's right, a siren. You're going to do this several times until you feel that your face is relaxed and your voice is warmed up. Finish by saying out loud, "There's a place for my true voice in my life and in the world. I explore and express my true voice with courage and kindness." And you, my dear, have finished your healing trick. Your affirmation with this card is, "My voice is clear and true. I speak, create, and express from an authentic place within me." And then we are going to jump over to Alice. And new worlds are calling you forth where the old rules don't apply. It might seem strange or freeing or wild or even scary at first, but you are meant to explore these new worlds. You will gain so much from the experience. There's no need to be afraid. So when your world becomes too small for your spirit, it can feel painful, like trying to walk about in shoes you've outgrown. If you do this for too long, you can feel crippled with pain and unable to walk at all. And guys, I've been there. In life, it's, you know, sometimes if you're not moving, you're stagnant, and the people around don't seem to understand what you're going through or what you're trying to say, or, you know, you become sort of a shell of your former self sometimes. And I think we all, no matter how good or bad or in between your circumstances can be in life, we all get to that point where I think, you know, growth happens. For example, when you're a child and you go from, you know, elementary to high school, or sorry, middle school, and then middle school into high school, you know, for that first little while, I remember when I went to high school, my high school in Winnipeg, Manitoba, it started at grade 7. So I went from like king shit in grade 6, you know, just knew everybody. I was the, you know, this, you know, sort of ruler, not in any kind of way actually, but do you know what I mean? That feeling of like, you know, you run this bitch. And then all of a sudden you go to a place where you're just a little tiny minnow, and I got lost my first day. I cried my eyes out. It's just, you know what I mean? You feel so lost, but you know that you can't go back to grade 6. That's not your, you know, that's not your place anymore. So the healing trick with this card, or sorry, I should say too, you are encouraged to follow that which is novel or unusual, that which seems to take you into a new world rather than making do with what has already been. You're going to follow those initial inspirations, and they're going to open doors for you and gain you entry into entirely new and exciting worlds. You are ready for the adventure, whether you know it or not. And again, that's why I like to shuffle on camera, because you can't pick 3 more, I mean, I don't know, you probably could, but you can't pick 3 more perfect cards to go with each other, you know. You have an authentic purity in you that is creative and the world needs to hear. And with this, you are finding or will find your voice to say it. And with this, it's going to take you into a new area. It's going to take you to a new sort of world for you, and that's okay, because the one you're in right now might be stagnant. It might look so familiar that maybe you're ready for a change. The healing trick with her is you're going to skip in a circle from left to right. If you are adept at multitasking, you can repeat the following chant at the same time. Or if you prefer to do things one thing at a time, skip around a few times and then read the chant before skipping some more. Say this chant at least 3 times. Different places, unknown faces, I open up to worlds anew. There is so much goodness waiting for me as I leave behind what I once knew. So again, I'll say, different places, unknown faces, I open up to worlds anew. There is so much goodness waiting for me as I leave behind what I once knew. Different places, unknown faces, I open up to worlds anew. There is so much goodness waiting for me as I leave behind what I once knew. And you have finished your healing trick. Now, if you need an affirmation to go along with this, New worlds, faces, and places bring me 3 graces of love, luck, and laughter, ever increasing from now till hereafter. I am so happy that you guys are tuning in, and whether there's 1 of you or 10 of you or 1,000,000 of you, this means the world to me. And so thank you for allowing my voice to be heard in some way. If you've made it 20 minutes into this video, you're the real MVP here, and I hope only good things come your way. So remember, find your voice and don't be afraid to try new things. I hope you guys have a great, great, great day, and namaste.